Hello, everybody, and welcome to my stream. Happy Saturday. If you are new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Jules. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a commercial food photographer and stylist, and soon to be published cookbook author. And speaking of soon to be published, I am knackered today. Um, Before we get to what we're doing today, I just need to let you know that I am tired. I had a week of very broken and interrupted sleep, and my average, like, hours of sleep each night for the past week has been like 4.5, 5 hours, which makes for a very executive dysfunctional Jules. So if I have like problems communicating or have to snap to figure out a word, that is why. So today, what we're doing, it's the last Saturday, so what I'm doing, I don't know what you're doing. You might be journaling, you might be doing art, you might be planning. What I'm doing is I'm setting up June. I do my setup for the month ahead on the last Saturday of every month, and it's somewhat involved. I have to set up. First, I have to add my tabs, and then there's a lot of hello camera. Like pick a edit or pick a. That is weird. Come on, focus, my friend. Why is it being this way? That is weird. That is so weird. Okay, let me do this. Maybe it's like I can't focus? That is bizarre. There we go. Huh. That was weird. Okay. So, setting up the month of June. So I think there's something hinky going on with my camera setting with the focus area that I solved once, and it seems that it's all buggered again. Every time I move, it's like, I don't know where to focus, and it normally doesn't do that. I might have to get up and change you know what, I'm going to do that right now. Bear with me while I figure out where I want it to focus, like right there. I think let's try this and see what happens here. See if that fixes it. Yeah, so June's an exciting month. June, I am to hand in my copy edited manuscript with my notes of edits that need to be rejected and edits that I accepted. Originally, it was supposed to be due on the 10th, and something that never happens in the publishing industry is I was able to move up the deadline to the 3rd, which some people may think, like, why would you give yourself less time to do your edits? And the reason is because I'm 99% done, but also there are a few aspects of my cookbook that are not standard to the regular style guide and stuff, because it is for disabled people. So there's a few accessibility features that are not part of cookbooks as a whole, and the original schedule was that I would return my edits on the 10th, and then they would have it like them doing the last little bit of accepting everything and have it done by the 17th, and it would be off to design the first week of July. But I'm going to be away these last 2 weeks. Hello, Anamic. How are you? What are you working on today? So yeah, I moved it up because I'm worried that this 5 days is not going to be enough time for them to deal with some of the accessibility features that are not standard before it goes off to design. And I can't believe it's going off to design soon. Like, what the heck is that all about? So yeah, that is, so I moved it up because even though I have, and normally publishing schedules are pushed back for lots of different reasons, being able to accelerate a timeline on an already accelerated publishing schedule is something that is unheard of. But in this case, it works out thankfully, and everybody's like, yeah, let's have that extra week to be able to before it goes off to design. Anomic is saying they are good and they're working on their June menu dinner plan. Yes, let me know if you have anything like. I'm not sure. Exciting isn't the word, but anything like that's particularly delicious, something that is your favorite that you're thinking of doing for your June menu. What are you eating? What are you thinking about? What are you planning? Oh my goodness. So what else? Yeah, so this past week, so Anomika is saying, how was your last week with the schedule breaks? Yeah, so that went well, somewhat. I mean, I did my edits in the morning, and then I basically took the afternoons off because by the time I was done, I was like, I'm just done. And part of that has to do, though, with having really crummy sleep all week last week. I could not get more than 5 hours sleep. Just little things, noise outside my window waking me up, the cats deciding that they're going to be hunting really loudly around the house at 4 o'clock in the morning, that type of stuff. And I'm a pretty light sleeper to begin with, and then just the stress, even though it's not a bad stress, but it's still stress on these copy edits. I've just had a really broken sleep. So it worked insofar of I knew what my limitations were for the week before going into it. Even though once my copy edits were done for the day and it was time for my afternoon 2 o'clock break, I still was unable to turn off my brain, and that could have also contributed to my lack of ability to sleep properly. It's over though soon, but like overall, it was a good call, I think, because I didn't push myself. Like the week before, as you know, I was all over the place. I was tired. I was doing too much, and by the end of the week, I was like, I never want to publish another book again. So even though I'm tired, having that, okay, I'm only going to work half the day. I'm going to take the day off. I'm not going to do any work on the day of my MRI because that an hour of thumping, because my MRI is an hour long, that just wrecked me. So I'm not hating my book. So in that way, it was a success that I am happy to be back in it and the progress that I'm making, instead of just being like, why did I do this to myself? I hate every single minute of that. So yeah, in that way, it's successful. Let's use that as a measure, and that's a good measure, I think. So, thanks for suggesting that, because I'm going to do it for this last week as well, for this last push to get everything done and handed in to my editor on Friday. So, oh my goodness, do you know what this means? As I'm setting up June here, like I'm almost done with this. Yeah, it helped. I think it helped more than. Yeah, it helped more than some. I think it would be for people who are watching this on replay. Glad Anomic is saying they're glad that it helped some. I mean, so Anomic is saying that their youngest has a birthday on the 3rd, so they requested a chocolate strawberry cake, and also looking forward to Lobster Day on the 15th. So they want to make some lobster rolls. Oh my goodness. Yum. Yum to all of that. I'm living for the strawberry chocolate cake and the lobster. I haven't had lobster in so long. Lobster isn't something that is that is like found on the West Coast waters, so it's really really expensive. Unlike crab and other seafood that we have in abundance on the West Coast. So it's been a while since I've had lobster. What else do I need to put a tab right in? Okay. Yes. Monthly date. Now I need to put a tab here. So, on the 3rd, so that is that birthday is the same day as, I have to hand in my manuscript, which is a good day, I guess. I mean, yeah, happy manuscript day, happy, it's one step closer to going off to design. Happy birthday to your youngest. How old are they going to be? If that is okay to ask. If it's none of my business, then don't answer it. But I'm just curious. I have also this week I have to go in for, last week was my MRI. This week I have quarterly blood work. I can't believe we're almost done the second quarter. And I have 2 weeks left of work. And then I'm off for, almost less than, hold on. I guess that's 1, 2, 3 work weeks. Yeah. Wait. Yes. I'm so confused. This is July. Hold on. We are, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 weeks of work, and then I'm done. They're gonna turn 7. Oh my goodness. That is such a nice age. I miss mine. So yeah, mine are, I should not have to think about this, but I do, as they get older. Mine are 27 in September. My oldest will be 27 in September, and my youngest just turned 23. And I have a grandkid who's 7. However, I haven't seen them in 2 years because of the pandemic, which is really difficult. But I just miss I miss that age. I miss the questions. I miss the watching them learn and becoming who they are. They really start to get really ingrained in their personalities. I mean, it starts before that, but 6, 7, once they start school and have that stuff, yeah, they start getting ingrained in their personalities a little bit more. If they're going to be stubborn, that's when they usually start being extra stubborn. Yeah, it's a fun time. Okay. I have so many things that I'm going to get all this done in May while I'm doing copy edits. No. I mean, it's all stuff that doesn't have a deadline. I may be able to get, okay, I'm going to transfer this stuff over, and we'll see if I'm able to get it done or not. But I somehow, in that 1 week that I have, wait, is it one? No, I have 2 weeks before holidays. I might be able to get some of this done, actually, in this 2 weeks. I also need to double check that the 20th is when I'm taking time off. Yes, it's the 20th is when it starts. So, yeah, I have to schedule this as well and put it in my partner's calendar. So, I have to go to get my blood work done on Wednesday, and then Friday is manuscript due. And, I suddenly can't spell. Manuscript due. And then, so Namek has 2, 7 and 9. You can definitely see the changes, and they're glad the diaper days are long gone, yes. As much as I love the toddler years and those preschool years, diapers are not fun. And then on the 11th, I think it is, I will not be having a live stream on that day because there is I need to go to June. There's Island Good Day. Yeah. So I'm gonna be up island. There's like an Island Good. I'm part of an Island Good brand, and it's basically Vancouver Island artists and food producers and farmers and stuff are part of a brand that's kind of like buy local, but it's Island Good, and we're having a all full day market up island, like central on the island, and I'm a vendor. It's only 50 vendors. You have to apply, and so yeah, I will not have a live stream on the 11th. Anomic is saying they were looking at June food days for ideas, and it seems there are a lot of different. Yes. So I'm gonna, since I have to grab. I was supposed to this week shoot. Let me open it up for me. I was supposed to shoot strawberry rhubarb cake or strawberry rhubarb pie and strawberry shortcake this past week because those are food days that are coming up in June. That's not until like the 9th and the 14th, but I couldn't because my plan originally was to do my edits in the morning and to do my food days photography and stuff in the afternoon, and this past week it was like nope, I was done. So I can do it. Let's see, those days are 9th and the 14th of June. 9th and the 14th. So I could still do it like these days here because I have everything shot up into then and still be able to get it done. Or maybe there will be some miracle and I'll have some energy in this afternoon. But yeah, in June, got some there's more days than this, but this is what I have planned for social media content. Rotisserie chicken, that's already shot, and that's actually an image from my cookbook that I get to use for that day. Chocolate ice cream, strawberry rhubarb pie, strawberry rhubarb pie, strawberry shortcake, fresh veggies, peaches and cream, pecan sandy, tapioca pudding, and ice cream soda. Like, it's all about the desserts in June. So, yeah, some of these things are things I've never even attempted to cook before. Like the pecan sandy, I don't even know what that is. So I'm looking forward to learning what that is. And perhaps, like, I don't know, having a new recipe that I like. I was supposed to post on Tuesday coming up some macaroons. And again, the same thing that had happened for the other times that I was doing, they just would not set. They would not be firm. And I just, because macaroons, it's like egg white to make them stiff, but it just would not, I have to assume it's just because it's been so damp that anything that requires that type of setting is just not setting at the moment. So, yeah. It's like a shortbread with pecans in it. Oh, I'm gonna like that. I love shortbread. I'm going to do, actually, while I'm setting up June, I'm going to do something that you suggested, and I think, oh, no, that's the wrong way. I'm going to be using washi tape, to mark off these holiday weeks this time to see what happens. Anomic is saying that the pecan sandy was their dad's favorite cookie. Oh, I mean, it's just the thought of it. I am salivating because, yeah, that is yum for sure. Trying to find a washi that, oh, excuse the noise, that I want to use. That can go away. That is like holiday-ish. I don't know, friends. That one, oh, you know what? This one is like coffee and stuff. I think this one will work right here. So let's do this. Because, yeah, it's basically one long coffee break. Do I want to use... Okay, I need my tweezers here and my scissors. I think I'm actually going to like doing this. Just, it still leaves room to put things, but it solves the problem of stuff bleeding. Okay, why is this being a bother? Let me do this like longer. Oh, I might actually need, okay, so that works. Do I want to cut off the E or do I want to keep the E is the question. I think it's fine to cut it off. I kind of want to, I don't want to score this too much. Or I think, oh, careful, there we go. Okay, and then this is a little weird, just because I'm so used to colors being the thing that tells me what is what. But I think if and I did do this on the wrong week. Okay, that's fine. I will do something else about there. So I'm just gonna put this down here again. Oh, there we go. Coffee is good. Yes, it is. Anomic saying humidity can be terrible for those types of bakes. Yeah, it's just, and it's been so, I mean, not just for baking, but even like the local farmers, I think I talked about this last week, are just having a really heck of a time getting stuff going. This week is going to be between 31 and 35 degrees Celsius all week. Oh my goodness, that is not even, that is horrible. We've been having like days going from not that hot. I mean, still under, but it's been going back and forth between days that are like 27 Celsius, and then back down to the next day being like 13. And this is falling out. Get in there. Oh, I gotta tighten this up this way. There we go. So, I don't want that temperature either. That is a little bit too much for me. But, yeah. Oh, come on. I didn't score that one enough. I think I think that works. I think so. It's different, that's for sure, than my usual, but I don't hate it. I'm worried, though, that my brain will be like, what's going on here? But I like that is like, here you go. Here's a 2-week-long coffee break. I think this works. I think it works. What do you think, Anomic? This was your brainchild. Let me know if you think it works. I have some other calendars. Oh, crap. Seriously, cut myself. Why don't I? Needs to find a place that is 26 all year. Yes. 26 is 26 to about 30 if it's not humid. Is my, if there's humidity, then I'm done. It's I get too hot, I get too sticky. It is a no for me. I need to figure out here I go. Here's my pen. I think that works. I think, though, what I want to do is do a little text here that just lets me know that this is holiday time. Says I can't write on the wash. I think that works. think so. I have to do it like this week again, or when I, not again, but when I move over to July, put some washi up here. But I think I like that. It will do. I need to, before I figure out what else I have coming, I have a few things coming up in June. I wonder, make sure I'm not putting my password on the screen. No, I don't want to sign in. I need to, though, go to, nope, June. Come on, down. Ugh, calendar. Okay. May, June. Those are admin days. Why is that? Oh, because that's all my stuff scheduled. Not that. I think. I feel like I am missing something. Anamik is saying that they like the washi, but if you find it distracting, you can do one with more solid colors. Yeah. The problem with doing it with the solid colors, so here, let me get out the washi. So I have these that are all solid, mostly solid colors. It was one of those cheap packages. This needs to be put back. But I'm not really keen on these colors. I thought I would be when I got them, and how thick they are. I mean, they're about half the width of this washi, and then this bottom one is like the bottom strip is just a little bit too big. And finding washi that is, I mean, I could always do one of the, I don't know. I think I like the graphic more than I like the solid color for this type of thing. Maybe if I had solid colors that were a little bit thicker, it would be a different idea. But I mean, I like things that are more decorative, maybe is the word. And then the delay with the typing still takes some getting used to. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's that delay between what I'm doing, what you're typing. I wish there was a way that, yes, you'll hear Archer. They are in their kennel again today just because they're having... This week, I have been working on the couch doing my edits instead of working at my desk. And so, because it's been a change in routine that the dogs enjoy, because they basically live on top of me while I am working and doing my edits, they were a little bit like getting antsy and stuff that I was not on the couch, and so I put them in the kennel to stream, schedule blood work. So, yeah, you'll hear them today just because they are in their kennels this time. I think also my bookmark for June is going to be a llama. I like llamas. Not bookmark. Well, it is a book. I mean, I use it paper clips as a bookmark. This might be a little bit too heavy, though, for these pages. I still have some more backfilling that I have to do. Just, we'll try. Oh, that is very weighty. We'll see. That might not work out. That might not work out, but it's there anyways. I need to work on this calendar for a minute. So the calendar in, yeah, I'm moving that though too. That's what it's supposed to be do. For me to track certain things, I have to put in dog food making days. So the 30th, 1, 2, that's a Tuesday. Dog. normally do this. Some of these days might change, but it helps me to plan my cooking schedule when I know when I'm making dog food. Yeah, I normally group. Anomik is saying that I may have to group a few more pages for the bookmark, and that's what I normally do. With like I have a bunch that are like a more normal size. They're not as massive as this one, and these ones I also have to group pages, otherwise the bookmark falls out. So with this one, it's like it doesn't have enough to grab onto, and so it's always sliding out. But this is I mean, this one is grabbing better than these ones do, but it's very weighty. It's not meant for this type of paper. Like, it's pretty apparent. So, what else do I have happening in June? I need to also schedule my cooking days for my food days. My brain is so tired today. It's just not wanting to do words, which is a problem because, I mean, words are kind of part of. I just snorted. Oh my goodness, words are part of how I make a living. It's always frustrating when I have aphasia to begin with. I've had aphasia. I had a stroke when I was 30, and when I'm tired, it gets worse, and it's really frustrating when my brain just does not want to spit out words that I know are in there somewhere. I mean, that's the thing about aphasia, is you know the word is in there somewhere, you just can't spit it out, and it's like worse than it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not even, it's a hard thing to explain. But what else do I have coming up in June? I feel like I'm forgetting something for June. I mean, and it's just, I think part of it is brain fog stuff happening. I think it's because it's like almost here. All that stuff that like major, it's going off to design soon. Like how is that happening? I still don't believe that I signed. Like I had a moment last night that was like, did you really sign a publishing contract? Like just literally not even 6 months ago. You're now I'm just saying I'm among friends so I can relax. That's good to know. I think it's difficult. I think the hardest thing about aphasia is people not understanding how it works. There's a little bit of, bullying isn't the right word. Like, it's ableism is what it is. And it's like, are you stupid? Like, type comments that people get to me. And I'm like, no, I'm not stupid. I had a stroke. And my brain has issues communicating that was already had, like, fatigue communicating because I'm autistic. And thank you very much for being a dick about it. But because there is that bullying that is centered around ableism, it's really hard to relax. Not relax isn't the right word. Perform being fine. Among friends, we have a safe word if I'm having, it's called toaster, a toaster moment, because your brain is like fritzing out. And so if I'm having a hard time finding a word, I will say toaster, and then it is the job of whomever I'm communicating with to be able to try and figure out what it is that I'm trying to communicate. because the more one tries, at least with my type of aphasia, there's lots of different types, but the type I have, the more you try and force the communication or like stress yourself out, the worse the aphasia gets, the deeper it is. So it's just one of those things where yeah, it's frustrating sometimes. And I think one of the really frustrating things about it is like having to explain. Not right now, but like always having to in new situations. Yeah, the worse it gets. Yeah, always in new situations, like professional settings. I should say. Having to explain it and be like, you know what, you have to help out here. I need these accommodations, and yeah, it's frustrating. Oh, I just realized this 2 weeks off, I may actually be able to do that unhaul video and stuff that I have been saying for months. Let's do this. So unhaul video in May. I think I was talking about it in April, but I don't have it as something that I want to do. But yeah, hopefully this last 2 weeks unhaul video, I'll finally be able to get that done and get Etsy set up to be able to unload a bunch of stickers that I will never use. Namik is saying that people make assumptions that are unfair. Yes, that is what it is. Like people, and it's all based in ableism. It's all, I don't know. Like there was a, yeah, it's all based in ableism, and people automatically make assumptions. And it's like Western colonial things that if you cannot speak succinctly and clearly, then you must not be intelligent. There's the like people who have a stutter or who stutter or whatever language that someone prefers. Joe Biden is a good example, being forced to mask that stutter and put in the work to not stutter, because if you stutter, that means that you are not smart and that you need to be fixed. So yeah, I don't like those things. Past speaking, I have a bunch of things that I hope I can get done in June before I go on a holiday. The art website. Hold on, art site with exhibit info. That is way behind. Oh my goodness. What? Oh yeah, let's move to, you know what I want to do actually? I need to add some theme stickers. Let's go, I think this one first. I want to add, because I really cannot believe that we're almost halfway through this year, that I think this is a good one, because time is flying. Is there an actual 12 o'clock on here? Yes, there is, right there. Time is flying. I have to do like a full flip of this baby soon. That's exciting. That will happen in July, but I really cannot believe I only have 1 month. Oh, that reminds me, I have to set up this page as well. Oops, I'll do that in a minute. I only have 1 month left before I pull in my other half for the daily. that is, that is exciting because, it's exciting because I had reservations. Reservations isn't the right word. I was worried that I would have spent, because these are not. I mean, these are more expensive compared to my traveler's notebook system that I created, and it was an investment to get both the diary and then the days on top of the diary. And having stuck with it, I mean, there's some days where I'm having to backfill, as you know, but that's fine. Like, that's not, we're not obligated to do it like fully every single day. But I'm just, I was very nervous changing systems and whether or not I would be able to actually succeed with doing it. I want to actually, I think a thing I want to do in here is write down some of the milestones that I know are coming up, like when it's going off to design. Let me see if I have my Gantt chart. It's proofreading, turnaround, manuscript, design ready. So it's going off to design on the 24th of June. It is flying by. And we know that pandemic time has been different and like wibbly wobbly, squiggly wiggly, timey wimey. Time has not been a thing that is like linear. But this past 6 months have been like, whew, where did it go? I'm going to put thing, manuscript, actually book is a better word, book to design. This day may change, but I want it in here that's a thing that is happening, and I think I want to make that a color, but I don't know what color. Oh, like that's a thing that's happening. I am freaking out a little bit that's a thing that's happening. My editor, so on July 1st, it's a holiday in Canada. It's Canada Day. And my editor is taking this week off, so, and I won't be back from holiday until she leaves for her week off. So there's going to be this 3 weeks where I'm not going to really know what's happening with my book. I mean, I know what's happening based on the schedule, and I'm going to get some final updates before I go on holiday and making sure everything is all tickety-boo and ready to go. But, like, I will have some pages, design proofs, ideas to look at, like, sometime in July. That's happening. That's just nutty to me. I don't even... I was listening to... So there's a podcast that I like to listen to called Queries, Qualms, and Quirks. And it's basically authors talking about their journey through queries, through the first publication. They read their query letter. And they just talk about what the title is. The queries, their qualms, and the quirks. And everyone is just things that, like, the editing schedule. The book is almost done. It seems crazy. Yes. I mean, it is mind-boggling to me, especially when there's, like, it is pretty much unheard of that a book is edited, like, going to the copy editor and then returned to the author. That process usually takes 3 to 6 months in a regular publication schedule. My book went to my copy editor at the beginning of August, or beginning of April, I mean. And I got it back on the 13th. So I need to actually put this here. So yeah, received. So yeah, in 5 weeks, my copy edits were done, which is unheard of. And then I'm having that returned to my editor with my notes and things that need to be reversed. It was in 3 weeks, which is normally authors have another 3 to 6 months with it. So like the edit process alone usually takes anywhere from 6 months to a year, just on that phase alone. And 2 months basically from the time that my copy editor received my manuscript to me handing it back. And that is the edit process. And this, the whole, again, is like normally from contract negotiation to getting a signed contract can take up to 6 months. And it's just this whole journey has been absolutely a big, huge, what is going on? I don't understand. I think I might want to use days off from clients CGO2. I think I'm going to use, it's not the right color, but I want something just to have this stand out just a little bit to know that, hey. So Anomic is asking if it is the same regardless if it's fiction or nonfiction. Nonfiction is actually takes longer than fiction. Fiction is usually a 2-year production cycle. Nonfiction is usually 3 years. Because you sell nonfiction on proposal, exception for memoirs. If you're doing a memoir, you're supposed to have your memoir completely written and ready and polished for copy edits before you query and try to get an agent or sell it. But with other types of nonfiction, you sell it on a proposal. You sell it based off of an idea. You can have some of it written. You have to include some sample chapters, but it's not expected to. You shouldn't have more than 6,000 to 10,000 words written, and that is under the idea that it's a lot. That's under the assumption that those 6,000 to 10,000 words may be heavily edited or thrown out or whatever. It's basically to sell the publisher or the agent on your voice and your vision is what those sample words do. And then you write the manuscript after it's sold, and you're usually given 1 year to write the manuscript, and then it's 2 years for production after the manuscript. Cookbooks can take up to 4 years because of all the extra design that goes into a cookbook. So the fact that I sold the book in end of November is when I signed my contract. December was mostly off as we did some stuff to get ready for the writing process. But I had 3 months to finish writing and photography. Normally photography is done after the writing, but I had 3 months to get my writing in, and then another month to finish up my photography. So 4 months for what is usually a 12 month to a year and a half cycle. And the only reason why I said, yeah, I can do this in 4 months is because I had a good chunk already written, and they liked my idea so much. They're like, you don't have to change anything. And normally when you do a proposal, again, it's under the assumption that the publisher is going to have a lot of say in what is in the book. And they may be like, you know what? We believe in your writing and your ability and your overall vision. However, we think that you need to throw all of this out, and your book should only be like maybe these 3 parts, and you need to expand these 3 parts you put in your proposal into a full book. Can you do that? Can you write 50 to 70,000 words just on these 3 concepts? That didn't happen either. I got 100% like what my vision is what the book is, and 100% support. So they offered me during the contract negotiations when they said, can you have this everything to us like April 1st? I'm like, what? That's fast. Like I was like 3 years was when I came up with this, when I first wrote my proposal, like 2025 was if I was lucky, if everything went well, if I was to beat the odds, 2025 is when my book was what I was planning it would come out, and it's coming out in 2023. And they said, okay, well, like when I had a little bit of a panic when they said, can you have everything to us April 1st? I'm like, ugh. And they're like, well, we could always publish this in the fall of 2023, and that would give you an extra 6 months to finish writing it and do the recipe development or whatever. And I'm the one who said, you know what, nah, I can get this done in 3 months. Not a big deal. I've got most of it written. It's so, yeah, that, and then they were like, well, we're going to do 3 rounds of edits, and that turned into 1 because it was pretty well polished. So my journey is far from typical, and it's just over like twice as fast as a normal publication schedule. It's fast. It's really fast, and I still don't know how I don't believe it's happening, because it is so far deviated from what the rules and what a typical publication schedule is. I still don't believe it's real, because it is just so extraordinary. Yeah, I should have said, you mean April 1st, 2023? I mean, I almost did that. I'm like, what? Like, of next year? And when I was having the contract negotiations and the call with the publisher, they're like, if that's too quickly, it's just that we really, because we just really want to get this out, especially with all the people who are becoming disabled because of long COVID. I mean, there's like a real need for this book at the moment. And that's why they rushed it. They're normally, for all their other cookbooks that they do, because they're now working like out other types of nonfiction and fiction, but they started off primarily as a cookbook publisher. They normally have like it's years, the normal, typical, I should say. The typical schedule. But yeah, it's just when my book is such that there's such a huge need for it that they're like, hey, let's get this done as quickly as possible while making sure that everybody stays sane. There was also some room, like illness, because we are still living in a pandemic. This was like, if everything works out the way that we want it to, then cool. But if someone gets sick or there's a family tragedy or whatever, and if we have to push it back to their fall publication window, because they publish a chunk of books in the spring and a chunk of books in the fall, then there was room to be like, you know what, life happens and I can't finish this. There was room when I got my copy edits, my editor, warp speed for sure, Anomic. There was room, like my copy editor said, if something comes up and you need an extension, we still have like 2-week wiggle room for the design that happens over the summer. So if you need more time, just speak up and we can move things around if needed. And it turned out that I didn't need more time. I wanted them to have more time, so I moved up the schedule. And that, again, is not heard of. Normally, schedules are pushed back and not moved up. But, yeah, there's some things came up in the copy edit round. That's what that first round's about. that I realized they will need an extra week with it in June. And because they were such small little things that I had to either clarify or comment on, um, it was it wasn't a I mean it wasn't a lot, even if it was tiring and exhausting, because it's like very fiddly, tedious, having to pay attention to the smallest little details. My brain hates that kind of work. And then, okay, I have a story to tell you all. So I have OCD, and my OCD likes to sabotage me, and this is something that is like a normal part of having OCD. Is your brain likes to find ways to sabotage you. And what happened is on Wednesday, I've been thinking, and this is probably part of why I haven't been sleeping, because my OCD is just fighting with my autism, and there's my brain is trying to escape my skull at the moment. Wednesday, as I'm pretty much wrapping up the big chunks of the copy edits, and I'm preparing to write an accessibility document for my editor, and a few other things that just like the last little finicky bits, my brain decided that there was a much better way I could have organized my edits, and I could have approached my edits. So do you know what you need to do, Jules? My brain said, you need to throw away all the work that you've done for the last week and a half. Put this edited manuscript into the recycling bin, and then pull up the original manuscript that you got back from your copy editor, and restart it all from the very beginning, but doing it like in these steps and in this way, because it is much more efficient than the way that you have been doing it. And so you need to start over and do it properly this time. And that is a thing that my brain does often when I am doing art projects, like anything that has organization to it, or steps, or a way that things should be done. My brain really doubles down on the idea things need to be done in this very, very specific order. And if it isn't done in this very, very specific order, you're doing it wrong. It's trash. It's horrible. And you need to throw it all away and start over from the very, very beginning. And you need to do this repeatedly until you work through whatever it is you're working through, whatever project you're doing, until you work through it without a single misstep, without any having to double back, until you do every single step perfectly and smoothly without having to like do any it needs to be done magically perfectly the very first time, or otherwise you're doing it wrong and you have to start over. And it was all I could do on Wednesday. Like it took every single bit of energy. And now that I'm talking about this out loud, this is probably very well why I had crappy sleep all week, and was so like a lighter sleeper than normal, because my brain was trying to, you need to throw away your manuscript and all the edits you've done and start from scratch and do it perfectly this time. Namika saying, brain, you will take a nap with Archer while I finish doing what I was already doing. Yeah. So I've been having to basically tell my brain to shut up. You're not going to sabotage me. My edits are almost done. You're not going to start over, because that is insanity. And I don't mean that in the ableist way that people use that word. I mean, that is what OCD, and part of how my OCD is insanity. It is not healthy. It is self-destructive. It is maladaptive behavior, and fighting against that has been difficult. Having Thursday off because of my MRI kind of helped a little bit because but there's still that nagging feeling in the back of my head, like, you know what, I thought of this better way so that you can tackle these edits, so you're not having to like double back and waste this time trying to figure this out, because I figured out a better way. So let's do it and start over and do it quicker and better this time. So that's a fun thing my brain does. And that's another reason why I'm really happy to be handing in my copy edits early is once I hand it in on Friday, my brain could be, well, we're going to edit it all again for fun, and you're going to do it right this time, and it's not going to make no never mind, because you've already handed it in. You're just wasting your time. But yeah, that's another like good reason why, I don't want to close this yet, why handing in my copy edits early is good, because once it's in, my brain can't try and sabotage me anymore. It can't be like, oh, wouldn't it be better if you did it this way, and we're going to not shut up until you give in and you do it this way. Monomic is saying that that would tire you out for sure, and we're just going to cut our losses. Yeah. Yep. That is, I mean, brains are amazing, wonderful creatures, but they're also jerks. And my brain tends to be a jerk more so than the average person, because it is like blessed with, and I actually mean that as like, I like being autistic. Being autistic, I don't see as a problem, but the way that my OCD is definitely can be a real problem and can be a real jerk, and it's not fun at all. So let's do some, what time do we have here? We got lots of time. Next book we will edit that way. Yes. I mean, that's another thing that is some solace to me, is I can take the things that I learned about editing processes that work for me, and I can apply it to the next book. And my brain will probably figure out yet another way to do things more efficiently as I'm working on my next book. However, it can't do this first major sabotage, because I'll just be like, haha, no, buddy. We're going to nope out on that. So I did not I'm going to move this down. Erase. Yes, let's erase this. So I'm going to try for, oh no, I have lab work. Will I be able to? No, and I have a lot to do on Monday. There's no way I'm going to be able to cook on Monday. No way I'll be able to cook on Tuesday. Let's try strawberry rhubarb. Let's try that again on Wednesday. Strawberry rhubarb pie. I think I spelled that wrong, but it does not matter. And then on Thursday, or do I want to try for on Friday? Let's see, I have to shop on, let's put these in here, shop and shop. Let's try strawberry shortcake. I'm gonna try it on Thursday. If it doesn't happen, then that's fine. And because I did not, this is gonna be interesting. So what else do I have? So I will be, if we look at my, I need to tell a story about this. Why this is in here. Okay, so Anomic is saying that they think they're going to try and can some taco beef and spaghetti with meat sauce. But they've heard conflicting things about the texture when it's done. So, I jar spaghetti with meat sauce all the time. There is a recipe on my website, disabledkitchenandgarden.ca, to do it in the Instapot. If you're interested in doing spaghetti sauce with meat in the Instapot, my recipe is amazing, if I do say so myself. We jar it, and if you use lean ground beef, then it's fine. I've tried it with extra lean ground beef, and it gets too dry. But if you use lean ground beef and you do not drain the fat, and I think that's part of the reason that people, the texture is because they're draining the fat, which removes the moisture from the meats. You don't want to do anything fattier and then a lean, because then it will be too much fat in your jars, and there's just too much room for the fat to like bubble up and get between the snap lid and the glass as it's coming to pressure, because it does heat up and it does boil as it's coming to pressure. That's why you have to leave the 1-inch headroom at the top. And also that allows for the suction to happen. So use lean ground beef, not extra lean, and not like anything fattier than lean ground beef. Do not, with 3093.7, I would say like that's too lean. I do like an 80%, 85% lean is the type. It's not really sold in percentages in Canada that way. It's labeled differently, but it works out to the equivalent of like 80 to 85. Another trick that you want to do is you do not want to cook it for a really long time prior. I mean, you still want to cook it. My Instapot recipe for my spaghetti sauce is like 20 or 10 minutes under pressure, which is like you could safely eat it afterwards. But you don't want, I know like some people want to really cook their spaghetti sauce beforehand, or the taco sauce, because it makes the flavors more flavorful the more you cook it. But when you're jarring it, right, it cooks as it's coming to pressure. It cooks in that hour and 15 minutes of processing time, and then it cooks some more as the pressure is releasing. So you keep that in mind, that that's going to be cooking for another 2 hours after you cook it on the stove before you stick it in the jar. So don't overcook it before jarring it. Just cook it like the bare minimum you need to cook it, and then jar it. So 80-20, 80-15 is where I would go. Anything more lean than that, and it's going to make very like dry, not good spaghetti sauce. We also do the same with chili. I jar chili all the time, and it's the same thing. If I keep 80 to 85, then it does well jarring. Anything leaner than that, then it's going to be dry and gross, and not really all that great to eat. I think I don't have, hold on, fresh veggies is the 16th. Strawberry shortcake. Yeah, I don't have anything to cook until fresh veggies, peaches and cream is on the 21st, and I'm shopping on the 10th, so we'll do peaches and cream here. And oh crap, that broke. There was something else I was going to. Oh yeah, so a thing that I don't know if I talked about it last week. My body wash. They changed the smell of it without any warning. The body wash that I've been using for like a million years. And so I complained about it on Twitter, and the social media people from Dove reached out, and they're like, we're sorry to hear that. When did you buy it? It's like, tell us more about it. I'm like, well, I bought it on this date. There was nothing in the sales description saying that it was a new formula or a new scent. You can even check it out. And it stinks. It's gross, and I cannot use it. Why would you, like, it's really horrible. And so they sent me a check in the mail, rebate, which was really, really nice. I mean, I was not expecting that when I was complaining about it on Twitter, because other people need to know, especially if you're autistic and you do not do change, especially when it comes to smells. People needed to know that they might be getting something that they do not want. And tapioca, and they also sent me some coupons to be able to get some free body wash, so I can check another couple it's just plain tapioca, not even tapioca pudding, just tapioca itself. So I think I can do tapioca on this day as well. So yeah, I get to try a couple new smells to see if I can find something that I can stomach that doesn't drive me up the wall on their dime. And then they immediately fixed the listing on Amazon, so that other people wouldn't buy something that they thought was a regular thing and then get it and it'd be like, ooh, stinky. Monomic is saying they might have an issue with recipes. I've seen they used the 93.7, so it was probably too dry. Yeah, that's probably the issue. Is like, I tried it once with the 93.70, like the extra lean, and that's when I had problems. But when I went back to just the regular lean, like the 80, 85, then it's fine. And Anomic's saying a lot of body and skin care have refunds if you're not satisfied with the product, so that's good. Yeah, they do. And the thing about Unilever, so Unilever owns. I'm gonna look at one of these coupons here. So I got 2 of these coupons for a free product, so I can use them on. These are everything that Unilever owns on Alberto European, Axe, Ben & Jerry's. I don't even think I can buy Ben & Jerry's here. Breyers, Degree, Dove Men Plus Care, Hellmann's. Why would I want mayonnaise? But I could buy Hellmann's with it if I wanted to. Olay, Klondike, Knorr, Lipton's, Soups, Love Beauty and Planet, Magnum, so that's condoms. Pond's is face cream. Popsicle, brand popsicles. Q-tips, Vim, Schmidt's, Simple, St. Ives, Tresemme, Vaseline, Shea Moisturizer, Lifebuoy, Lever 2000, and 7th Generation products. So yeah, I have 2 of these up to $10, so I can find a new body wash that I can deal with the smell, and it doesn't give me a migraine, and it doesn't irritate my skin, because I have very sensitive skin. It was just their like generic, no scented, well, it had a scent, but it was like their plain Jane body wash without any fancy smell or anything in it. And they changed the smell, like they changed the formula, and it feels more moisturizing on your skin, but it smells like cheap candles after they've been blown out. At least that's how it smells on my skin. And it is just rude and disgusting. And it's like on the label, new and improved. I'm like, this is not improved. It is actually really gross. Thank you very much. Why would you change it? And Anomicus, I've seen some of those Love Beauty Planets, but I haven't smelled them. Yeah, what I want to do is, because I use the Dove Men Care face wash and deodorant, and I was thinking of trying a few of the Men Care's body washes, but the ones that I've smelled are too overpowering, and I don't want, like, as it is, I can't match the smell between my deodorant and face wash. And then if I have to have a third, even though they're both gentle skin ones, because I have super sensitive skin, it's like the same line of skincare products, but the smells are different. And I'm like, I don't want a third smell on top of the two smells. Like, that's just too many smells, and that's rude and disgusting. And so I need to find a smell that is not offensive and that is not going to be like another smell on top of my deodorant and my face wash, which is challenging. And you would think that if I was to buy the body wash that has the same gentle skincare label as my deodorant and my face wash, it would be all good, but it's not. I tried that once before, and the smell is not the smell that I want. And they're asking, did I get to check out any videos on the dwarf romantic puzzle game? Yes, I did. I did not have a chance yet to play it, but it is the type of game, it reminds me of a few games that I play. I like the idea of having to match the tiles and like that puzzle aspect of it, and it's nice and casual, and it's not, I mean, I could overthink it if I wanted to. I just haven't had a chance to play it yet. Do they have unscented versions? Well, that's basically the version that I had was unscented as much as they can with a. I'm going to search to see if they have something new that is unscented that has the for sensitive skin, because that's the big thing, is like even something like ivory soap, which is supposed to be like pure and unscented because of the stuff that's in it, the smell of ivory soap. I mean, if ivory soap also didn't cause my skin to dry right out and make it crack and bleed and stuff, like even the smell of ivory soap, it has that it's unscented, but it still has a smell that my body or my brain, I have to do apple turnover soon, is not fond of. I cannot deal with it. It gives me a headache. I have these 2 coupons that I can at least chocolate pecan pie on here. So I have I can see if they have smells that, and it's not going to cost me anything. Is like I don't lose anything by trying to find something to replace it, because Dove and Degree, but Degree doesn't make Dove products, the ones that are for sensitive skin, is the only products that do not mac and cheese, that's gonna be fun, are the only products that do not irritate my skin. I have psoriasis, and I have it like pretty bad throughout my body, and it's not only just the smell that causes my autism to kind of freak out a bit, but it's also, if I'm not careful about what is in the body wash, then it makes my psoriasis crack and bleed and catch on fire, is the best way that I can describe what happens when a chemical is put on my skin that aggravates it. So that is June, and I have this week to move that up if I have to. So that's my photo shoots for June kind of planned out. I need to bring this back out and see what else do I have to. I feel like I'm missing something today. I'm so oh, you know what? I'm not going to have time this week. I'll have time after. An anonymous dermatologist recommends, is it CeraVe or CeraVe, or it's CERAVE, Rave, for their kids. They have eczema, but they can only use unscented. Yeah, So there are some similarities between how eczema and psoriasis react to different products. But yeah, so I can use scented things. It's to some degree. And it has to be like I can't use deodorant. I have to use antiperspirant. If I use deodorant, then it's not good. It's not pleasant. So I have to use antiperspirant and not deodorant. I get migraines from scents plus certain compounds, like even unscented, like, yeah, there's lots of unscented products that irritate my skin because of what they put in it. So, and I've never heard of that brand. Hold on, where did I put my phone? I just had it. My goodness, Anomic. Don't you, I put it right here. In front of my face. I want to check on that brand. See if it's even available in Canada. Because that's another thing, too, when it comes to, like, body washes and medicines. Like, there's cough syrups that you all have that we don't have, and vice versa. Canada. Oh, it's an ointment. Yeah. Skincare products. I'm going. Let's do this. Home. So yeah, eczema is like a reactive type of where psoriasis is because your skin cells multiply too quickly and they become like you have areas that are thicker. Foaming facial cleanser. I'll accept that. Ceramides. What are ceramides? Okay. Yeah, so it's to help repair skin. So yeah, I can see that it would work great with eczema, but I don't think it would work so great with psoriasis just because of the causes of psoriasis. I was on a biologic to deal with it. I have to see a dermatologist to try new medications, but basically the very first thing that they have you put on your skin, because it's an autoimmune disorder is what psoriasis is, but the very first thing, 6 years old is when I was diagnosed, and normally this is a thing that happens to people in their late teens, early 20s is when you first get diagnosed. But tar ointments and tar shampoos, because the tar stops your skin from over reproducing. Because that's what it's like. Your skin cells multiply 20 times faster than regular, and so you get like your skin cells erupting in patches out from your regular skin cells. And so you try and kill, like it's not with psoriasis, you're trying to kill certain skin cells and not protect them. You want them dead. So I've been on chemotherapy for it. Tar, steroids, and biologics. I have to go back on, and I had to do a medication wash. It's just because I was having a lot of issues, and so now we're having to start over from scratch and finding a new medication to treat the part of my immune, because it's an autoimmune disorder. So things that, like, I have to keep my skin clean, but because it is, like, exposed skin cells that are, they're just more prone to infection, to cracking, to bleeding. But you don't want anything that's going to encourage them to grow quicker or stronger or whatever, because that's the problem, is that your skin's growing too rapidly in some places. Yeah, so moisturizing cream for psoriasis treatment. Yeah, so that, with the salicylic acid, that is something that I've tried before and it does not work. The only thing that has worked with my psoriasis is a biologic, and everything else just irritates it. I think internationally it may be hard to find. Yeah, with the salicylic acid, that's a treatment that normally has to come with a prescription in Canada, just because it can cause there's liver failure and blood clotting issues. Even if it is applied topically, it's aspirin basically. So that you're putting it's aspirin in a cream. And it works fine for some people, but the only thing that has ever worked for my psoriasis is a biologic. So, but even and then then I get like contact dermatitis from like I'm laundry detergent. I'm allergic to so many laundry detergents, and the only one that I have been able to find where I don't break out with contact dermatitis is Gain. And so hopefully nothing ever happens to that, because if that was to go away, then I have to like try and find whatever new laundry. Like it's when you have skin issues, regardless if it's like psoriasis, allergies, contact dermatitis, eczema, finding stuff that you can use is a bear, and then when they change it, it's very upsetting. What else do I have to set up for June? I want to decorate this some more, I think. This is, I don't think I show, this is I switched to the cute pack for sticky for June, just because the antique one was something that I was not, and it's like, into, and it's just like cute little mushrooms. The only thing that makes me, a little bit sad about, these are going to be fun to decorate with. Sad about the June pack is they don't have numbered stickers for me to stick on. They don't have, but I could maybe use these butterflies. Wait. Are these numbered? Please tell me these are numbered. No. They are not. Oh, that is sad. Give me 1 second. I want to put a mushroom. What's the first day of summer? I want to put one of these. Is that the 21st or 22nd? Can't believe that's also happening soon. Got a couple minutes here before we got to wrap up. First day. Day of summer 2022. It's 21st. So I want one of these cute little bubbers. Oh my god. I like this. And it matches. So we'll add this right here for the first day of summer. And put a little note. You could number them and that would be cool. It would. So yeah, these stickers, these all have foiled numbers on them, and I like to put them here. And then these were the ones for May. They're like postage stamps. Some months, Sticky includes these, and some months they don't. And I wish I participated in a survey asking like what types of things you want in your sticky packs, and the number dates is something that I said please do that more often, because I really like that. And I think I want to use this bunny here. Where can this bunny live? I think this bunny can live right here. That's cute. That is cute, I think. So, it is that time. I haven't scheduled the June live streams yet. I will be doing that this week. So, even though it's not scheduled yet, we will be back here on... Oh, I gotta put those in. I knew I was missing something. On the 4th. And we will not have one on the 11th. And even though I will be holidaying on the 25th, we will still do a live plan with me on the 25th. Same time, 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British Daylight Time, GMT, once we go back to standard time in the fall. I hope you all have a really, really good week. Oh, I hope that I survive my last week of copy edits, and my brain doesn't try to sabotage me once again. And hopefully, my goal is, even though I'm not turning it, it was good talking with you too, and again, Anomic, even though I don't turn it in until Friday, my goal is to have it all done by Wednesday, and then have 2 days where I can kind of like shoot maybe my flip through, do some back decorating, because I am behind on the decorating aspect of my dailies. And hopefully next Saturday I will be rested and feeling good and just be like, oh, thank goodness those copy edits are over and handed in. So yeah, everyone have a good week. Yeah, see you next time, Anomic. See you next time, people who are watching this on replay. Thanks for joining me.